as this may just look like a giant mess of stuff on the table, just kind of was sitting there trying to, you know, lately as we've been sitting there like going through the jump starts and all that kind of stuff for the foundations ones, I figured I'd take like a look and just kind of see where we're at with general collection here of things. But a lot of people don't think I actually realize exactly how many things I had here, so I'm like, I figured, get all the matching ones together, so then just kind of show off, like, the, well, I'm not going to go through all of them, but, just kind of show off, like, all the different, like, types I have. In total, there's 225 of these things on the table, which is why I can't fit them all on the screen. There are 47 red ones, 43 black ones, 49 white, 43 green, 29 blue, and 4 colorless. I'm just going to kind of grab stacks at random, just kind of, sit there and show, like, for example here, let's kind of shoot right here. I kind of shoved some stacks together just because they're basically the same kind of thing. By journey, for example, here we've got freaking 4 journeys, 2 explorers, and yeah, it's like the green ones. Well, since I'm gonna have to mix them up, I'm kind of just gonna grab random stacks around different color piles. Like for white, we've got 4 broods. I mean, technically the whole reanimate, unearth, grave robber, oh, that's more unearth, fine. Yeah, I mean, 1 grave robber, 1 unearth. No, 1 grave robber, 1 reanimate, 6 unearth. So just trying to shove them off into a box for here for a minute. Then, I had to sit there and put the goblins in 2 stacks. Saying there's 4, then another 4 here, and another 3 here, so 7 goblins. For like blue over here, we've got like 5 trickies, or Trixie. Black, there's 4 more doors. White has, well, the heavily armored, but that was like at the same time, armed is the same difference. Sorry if I keep catching the light and all that in the process of this. Let's just kind of jump over to red for some welded. Only 6 of those. Let's just jump back over to green here for a second. Toxic. The general idea that gave the whole idea to make like the infected, jump starts with like all the like poison related stuff. Just got 6 of those. Trying to get it out of the light. And in case you're wondering what that sound is in the background, I'm sticking them off into a box. I'm just going to stick up on the table afterwards, just kind of give a little better idea here of it. I'm pretty sure as I'm going through these, you'll sit there and kind of notice there's quite a lot here. Blue I have overachievers, Just got 4 of those up in this whole thing. Back over at black. Technically there's only 1 rat, but cruel are built under the same concept. Plus I think this is the only one I let. Basically I felt a little weird because I think like the Shadow Coat dude is supposed to be like, what, like a $40 card still or some shit? It's like, let me just keep grabbing big piles off the table. Then, you know, over here, we've got 5 Power Stones under blue. Now let's even just kind of jump back over to red here. Reinforcement. Back from, yeah, well, March of the Machines. You know, got 4 of those. You know, just get the big pile in the way. Elves, or Elven. You know, there's a total of 8 of these damn things in here. Just because, you know, elves apparently are like one of their favorite ones that they're like kind of producing here. So, got a couple of them introduced across different sets. Jump over to white for some infantry. Got a total of 5 of those. Over at black here. And technically this was around the time where they were sitting there doing like jump starts during each set. And they're trying to play it off like there's 2 different types. No, they're just 2 different builds, the same thing. So, you know, that's why like totally merciless and totally ruthless are just together. Yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna keep, you know, kind of going here. I'm gonna jump over at white here to grab the Might E from Frexial V1. Yeah, there originally was more of these in here, but I had to like kind of like dumped down some of them. But yeah, I got like 6 of the Mighty. And we just go after buff here. Buff and green. Yeah, 5 of them. So yeah, just whole fun there. Granted, I will sit there and note during the time I'm doing this, you know, all these ones I'm kind of like just somewhat showing off, well, you know, not showing off, but, you know, basically just showing the general collective piles of them. Yeah, all these have actually been recorded and, you know, posted up on YouTube, so, like, up on the channel, so you should be able to end up, like, just at least getting, like, a look into each of them and all that. Then, you know, jumping back over at red here, you know, got some Rebellious. 5 of those ones. I believe that was, well, that was for Selfie one also. I was about to say Brothers War, but that would have been wrong. Alright, blue, we got Progress. Yeah, that was also a Frex LV1. Got 5 of them. Go over to white here. Feathered Friends, which I believe I also, well, they're mostly angels, which is why I said they just stuck the angel one on the bottom to flip them. And if I wanted to get some smaller piles out here, and we got black, like the foundation ones for, well, clerics in black. There we go. And over at blue here we've got archaeology. Jeez. One sec. Wait, no, that's not what I need. I need this. Alright. Now let's go over to black here. Corruption. Got, nice 5 of them. Jumping down on green here. I think this is actually like the pile of just random ones. I got singular ones up. Which you got encounter, beasts, insects, +1. Jump up in white here. Courageous from the Lord of the Rings set. 4 of them. Since we're just talking about Lord of the Rings here, I'll grab another one of the. I'll grab the black ones from Lord of the Rings, which was Orcish. Which during that open, that was pretty crazy. So they're being like the Orcish bowmasters and stuff like that. Although I will note they were pulled from these. Right, there we go, Orcish. Jump over to red. I probably should have systematically did this, but let me just be crazy and just go all over the place with it. Ready to charge and ready to attack, which are background, Dominator, United. Well, like I said, another one of those that they're doing one per set, so they're basically the same thing, just slightly different builds. 4 of those. This is just a random pile here. Yeah. Got 1 rogue, a spooky, a gross, and minions for black. Let's grab some more of the blues. Yeah. This nice little random stack. Blues, we got shapeshifters, above the clouds, surprise, and drowned. Grab some green ones over here. Another one of those examples of duality on the ones that are from the same set. But monster territory and beast territory. Although technically it's 3 monsters and 2 beasts, but you get the gist. We just go over to a little more classic. Pull up the jumpstarts with smashing in red. I've got a nice 4 of those. White over here for a couple of holies. We'll just do some green tree hugger for 2 of them. We got ourselves 3 wizards in blue. Although technically this is a multicolor one. Still got pals and pals over here for red. We got riders from the Lord of the Rings. Well, the first Lord of the Rings set. I keep forgetting there was 2 jump starts for like a few different sides of the set. But yeah, 4 of the riders. Over white we got morals. 3 of them. Mortals, not morals. Misspeaking. Then we got ourselves the Arcane Mischief with Mystic Mischief. Back over at white, we got 2 Law. Not sticking with white over here. 2 Legion. Reaching down here at the greens, we got our 3 Titanic. Jumping back over at black, and we got Fangs and Vampires, which technically they're both vampire. Red, got Marauders, which I believe was from the second one of Lord of the Rings boxes. 3 of those. We got blue for a couple of Cunning. Jump back over to black here with March of the Machines ones, the expendable. 3 of those ones. Back over white, we got ourselves some kitty cats. 3. Well, cats and then prideful, but yeah, so they're covering out prideful, basically just cats. A couple of random blue ones here. We have Well Red, Teferi, and Scrying. Let's do a stack of random red ones. So we got Fiery, Dragons, Copied, and Stoked. White, we end up having Correlation Corpse and Correlation Legion. 2 Legions, 1 Corp. We can do another random red stack here. Got Seismic, Treasure, Speedy, and Experimental. Got a couple of stacks still sitting down here. Get ourselves 2 Fairies. Technically I have Ferocious and Wolves, but again, that's kind of one of those things, 2 different sets, but they're built by wolves. Okay, red still got 2 spell castings over here. White, we have a couple of random ones here with Blink, Enchanted, and Unicorns. Stack of random black ones, we have Zombies, Nefarious, and Treasures. Green still has a stack of 2 dinosaurs. Well, gigantic and dinosaurs, but same difference again. Let me slide that back out of the way. Then white, we have Doctor, Stalwart, and Heroes. And then the nice little hidden gems are the colorless ones that I custom built, which we have 3 of Little Workers and 1 of the Infected Lotus. Which, when you put all that together, equals 2 entire 3,200 count boxes filled with jumpstarts. Anyways, I know this was just kind of like a random little video thing, but I hope y'all enjoyed, just kind of a little peek into my random collection here. Thank y'all for joining me, and hope to see you next time. Peace, everybody.